What it do, people? It's your boy Dre Day every day. Back with another video for you. And this go around, I'm gonna talk about my mentality and how I operate with almost everything. And for me, the way I look at everything and when it comes down to what I want, my biggest dreams, all the way down to my basic needs, is everything is war. You got to be ready to go to war for what it is that you want, no matter how big or small it may be, and fuck whatever obstacle is in the way. Um, it may be extreme for some people, but this is what gets me through. This is what life has shown me, because dating all the way back to my past, I never remember or ever felt like top priority anywhere I stepped my foot, whether it be with popularity, whether it be with the type of job I wanted, whether it be with the type of girl that I liked, or just anything for that matter. It's like don't know what it feels like to be recognized as top priority initially. Now, I could get my foot through the door and then prove my value from that point, and then I get the treatment, but I never remember being top priority without proving it, which, case in point, has given me the mentality of being a perfectionist when it comes to what it is that I do, to show people that once you let me through these doors, there is nobody here that can fuck with me with what it is that I do. And gives me that razor sharp focus to let people understand what they dealing with when they dealing with me as a person. And that's something I take very serious. Um, and also, it's not a confidence issue. It's just being rooted in reality and calling a spade a spade. I've never wanted to be anyone else, but I can say that I wanted people to appreciate me more initially. But that's something that I've grown to feel like if you miss out, you just miss out. I don't care no more. When I was a kid, maybe I cared. I don't care no more. You know, you just got to keep it pushing. Um, Nothing's coming to save you either. Um, you're just there's a lot of roads that I had to walk alone, heartbroken, sad, angry, um, whatever the case may be. But the time keeps passing, your life keeps going, and you just got to deal with it through whatever else you may have to do. So just putting my head down, focusing on my strengths, and my strengths are being detail oriented, being meticulous, being prolific, being accurate. Those are those are the qualities that I don't feel like anybody can fuck with me with. When it's something that I really put my heart into, there are certain things that I could care less about, that I don't put that much into. But if it's my topic, something I'm passionate about, yeah, you're just not going to outperform me. I'm the kind of person where it's like, if we're gonna debate the beach, then you need to be ready to count the sand grains. You need to be ready to count the rocks. You need to be able to ready to count the bugs that are on the ground and in the sky. Each strand of grass, the litter. Now, I'm that person. We finna dig all this shit up and talk about it in totality. We're not gonna talk about that 10% that you want to talk about. We're gonna talk about as much of it as can be talked about, whether it's humid that day or whether it's bad air or how many clouds are in the sky. That's how far we're gonna go with it. If I'm coming to the table of discussion, we're gonna break this shit all the way down. Not the little piece you wanna break down. But with that being said, that's kind of how I hone my skills in terms of hone my mental skills and how I approach things. I'm ready to roll around in the dirt. I'm ready to go all the way I'm ready to draw this all the way out to as small as it needs to be drawn out in the realm of being accurate, because I don't engage in any type of debate just to be right. I'm aware that I could be wrong about something. I'm open to opposing views, but that's another thing too. Just the opinions that you have. I've had to go to war for my opinions, and but yeah, I'm ready to have the complete discussion from the ground up, to from inception to death, or end, however you want to word it. But yes, from my view and how life has been delivered to me, everything has been war. And speaking to the nerd in me, even as simple as the type of games I like to play. So growing up in my neighborhood, it's a lot of dudes play the typical shit like the Call of Duties, the sports games, um, the little simple shit. But me, if I like something like Little Big Planet or Ratchet and Clank, or whether it be some cartoons, it's like, well, shit, I like Power Rangers and Mask Rider, and VR Troopers. I like all that shit. But to this person over here, we have this discussion who trying to play hard and shit. It's like, why you like that? It's like, oh, well, I like this because this, that, and the third, depending on what it is. And it's like, man, ain't nobody supposed to like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody's supposed to like. I like the shit, you know, period. And ain't nothing you finna do to back me off that, if that's how I actually feel. And, certain discussions have been like that for me when it comes to just me having to, once again, go to war for what I am, who I am. And, you know, it, like I said, it might sound extreme to you, but from my perspective, liking something as Power Rangers could be a fist fight. Well, at a point in time. Now, like I said, my first video, I just talked about like how everything is about being, I ain't gonna say everything, but nerd culture is pop culture now, and everything's cool. But back when I was growing up, you would get the side eye or the silent treatment because you liked, because you watched, because you know what Masked Rider is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just going all the way into almost every aspect of everything. The type of job I want, um, having to go through X amount of interviews, or if I'm in a position trying to promote, having to outdo this person or outdo that person or work 3 times as hard. And it's like, just through that entire process, trying to convince the girl that I like that I'm the best choice for her. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost every single aspect of what I do has been ran through the aspect of some sort of war. That's what makes me fire on all cylinders when it comes to what it is I'm trying to get accomplished. That's what gives me my focus. So, like, again, for me, it's not a self-esteem issue. It's just calling a spade a spade. But I have to say that that's what gave me razor sharp focus when it comes to putting my head down and doing something, or make me ready to roll my sleeves up and get all the way dirty when it comes to something, because of having to prove myself over and over again. And it just gets to a point where you just have to make people believers, because they're just not gonna, some people are never gonna be on board regardless. And those are just the people that just got to get the fuck out the way or get ran over. But at the same time, you just have to be ready to roll your sleeves up and get dirty and go to war for what it is that you want. And like, going back to, like, even if it's something as simple as a sandwich, there are parts of the world where it is a struggle to eat. That may not be my reality. That may not be your reality, but somebody's reality, it is a struggle to eat. And through some extreme circumstance, we may end up in that regard. Is it likely? Is it probable? I don't know. But I just know that if I want a sandwich and I'm hungry, I'm ready to die for that sandwich, because I'm going to die if I don't eat. You know, that's just how I look at things. And that's how, like I said, the way life has been delivered to me. War. You know, I'm going to war for it, because I'm not going to do without it unless I'm possibly destroyed in battle for it. But that's the way that's the way I approach what it is that I'm into, whether it's an artist I like, or game I like, show I like, clothes I wear, thought process, whatever the case may be. I'm just always ready to go to war. And but I'm able to disagree and be cool if I'm not approached in that way. But I get met with objection, and I get met with aggressive objection, and I'm ready to meet that head on with aggression if that is the case. But so, like I said, I don't actually take war to every discussion, but best believe that if I'm in the discussion, I am ready to go to war at any given moment for whatever it is. And that's ultimately how I get through. That's what's made me me. That's got me to this point. That's what works for me, and we're gonna stick to it. Might not work for you, and it doesn't have to, but that's what works for me. But yes, be ready to go to war for what it is you want. Otherwise, be ready to deal with whatever comes with not going to war, or just waiting for something to deliver itself to you. Hadn't worked in my favor. But that's it, man. Just wanted to share that with you. My mentality on going through life and navigating life. But yeah, be ready to go to war. All right, peace.